right, here we go, IHSA football family. It is time now for the season first week of Games of the Week. The famous article that you guys love so much that for some reason is my most popular article out of any of the weekly articles. This is the most popular during the season. I don't know why. It's crazy. You guys are sick, but it's a joke, by the way. I just scroll through IHSA.org, sports activities, football, conference schedules, weekly schedule, week one, the whole thing. I just go down the schedule, and I just give my personal opinion on some. I start early with some news. I think the big one is on Waukegan versus North Chicago. Waukegan versus North Chicago. Hopefully I got it right. Yeah, Waukegan versus North Chicago tonight, Thursday. I'm filming this on Thursday. I usually film on Wednesday. These videos, but yeah, this Thursday. Just talking. Quick intro. My name is Coach Big Pete, aka PL number of DeepDishFootball.com. Visit DeepDishFootball.com. My email is CoachBigPeteFP@gmail.com. Follow Coach Big P and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I'm also on Snapchat. Again, quick reminder, Deep Dish Football Live is every Wednesday at 7 p.m. DuPage Run Shoot comes out on Thursday night with my co-host Patrick Codo. Breakfast with Coach Big Pete, 9 a.m. every Saturday on the Coach Big Pete Facebook page. I'm going to be talking, as always, awards net. Again, if you have a kid that had a big game on Friday night, tweet at me, DM me, email me, CoachBigPeteFP@gmail.com. I will put them up for nominations for Deep Dish Football Player of the Night in the state of Illinois. It's got to be in the state of Illinois, 1A to 8A. If you have a player that performed big, please let me know. And he'll be nominated, and then I'll put and we'll find out about 2 a.m., 1 a.m. on Saturday morning on who won the Deep Dish Football Player of the Night in the state of Illinois. The illustrious Pumpkin Spice Donut Award, Coach of the Night Award is back. The Pumpkin Spice Donut Award. The most popular award in the state of Illinois, I might say. That's a joke, another joke. Is definitely a thing you got to keep an eye out for. And again, I look at coaches that had a big game, big upsets, huge, or just had their team prepared for a game. So definitely check it out. All right, so we get to the Deep Dish Football games of the week as I scroll down the schedule of IHSA.org. First game, Bryan versus Stillman Valley, is always an interesting game. Big rivalry game is definitely a game that you need to check out. And I usually put some commentary into a few things that happened this week, but this is the very few weeks, first weeks, kickoff weeks, where things have been very calm. Not that much big news. A couple kids ruled ineligible by the IHSA, but nothing really big. Honestly, nothing big. So I think a lot of the big news happened in July and June. So it's going to be interesting. I feel like right now we're in the eye of the storm. I think we're going to start getting some big stories in week 2, week 3. Again, polls come out. Deep Dish Football polls from 1A to 8A come out on week 4, beginning on week 4, about Wednesday on this article. So check it out. And I talked about Bryan. Keep a close eye out for Champaign Centennial versus Proviso East. I know it sounds crazy, but keep an eye out for Centennial and Proviso East. Very interesting game for me, that personally. Johnson City versus Edwards County. Edwards County could be another interesting team. So's Hamilton. Christopher's got one of the youngest coaches. I think he's 20 years old, if I'm not mistaken. I like that. I think, again, young coaches could do a lot with some teams, definitely, especially that age. The Caden MacArthur versus Springfield South. He's not that much. The Derek Leonard Bowl. The Leonard Bowl. Sacred Heart Griffin versus Rochester is going to be a huge game. Last Leonard Bowl of the regular season. of the career because Ken Leonard is retiring from Sacred Heart Griffin. Jacksonville versus Glenwood Chatham, always a big game. Jacksonville, keep an eye out for Elijah Owens. Glenwood, I'm looking at Jack Knudsen. He's got a shot to become a huge part for that Titan team. Definitely a name to be interested. Jacobs versus Crystal Lake South. I'm very interested in Crystal Lake South this season. Burlington Central, Coach ISO. Very interested in that team as well. They take on Hampshire. Hampshire lost their star quarterback, Tyler Fickus. He transferred out of state. So definitely a thing I'm keeping a close eye out for. Definitely an interesting game. Definitely a game you need to check out. No doubt about that. When we get to the Fox Valley, we get to the Illini Prairie. Bloomington Central Catholic, a team that you must know. The quarterback is a star. 6'6". The kid's unbelievable. They take on Pontiac, another team, interesting team, IVC versus Paxton. I forgot. It's killing me. Sorry about that. IVC is another interesting team. Keep an eye out for the Great Ghosts. St. Joseph Ogden versus Monticello is always a big rivalry game. And another game that I'm keeping a very good close eye. Abingdon Avon, they got to win. Last season they took the IHSA by storm. They got to explode. Not that much going on in the Nick 10. Harlem is a interesting school. Boylan Catholic, another school that I'm looking closely at as well. EPC, they take on Lena Winslow. I like EPC. I think they're going to be a team that you can't sleep on. Don't sleep on EPC, no doubt about that. Merrill Forsyth, another interesting team for me. Rushville, again, I really like. I like Macomb. I like the Macomb Bombers. I like their offense, so another interesting game as well. Eureka, I love what Eureka's doing. I think Eureka's going to have a great season this season. Definitely keep an eye out for Eureka. Belvedere North, another school, interesting as well. Aurora East versus Glenbard South. Glenbard South, they have the players net. The hype train is there. This is time to prove it. Aurora East is their first game, and they can't fall for a trap game, and that could likely be a trap game. So definitely a good game to be interested in. Keep an eye out for Mount Carmel Golden Aces too. It's got some returning stars, so definitely keep an eye out for the Mount Carmel Golden Aces. Let's go down. Camp Point Central, interesting team taking on Carrollton. That's always going to be a good game. Definitely a game that you need to check out. Wabanzi Valley versus Oswego East. Oswego East, Trey Jones, unbelievable. Wabanzi Valley, they could be very interesting this year, so do not sleep on those Warriors. Marian Academy needs to beat Bishop McNamara, no doubt about that. Hersey versus New Trier, another big-time game. Hersey got Colton Gamino from York, definitely a big game. Miles Quimsicola, Patrick Hannigan, the quarterback for New Trier, interesting game. Civic Memorial is always good. Antioch at Mundelein, Carmel's an interesting team. Johnny Weber, quarterback, he's a star. Youth movement, unbelievable for the Carmel Corsairs, so definitely keep an eye out for Carmel. Canton takes on Eureka. I love what Canton's doing. I think Eureka is just going to be really tough this year. I think they're going to be tough. Kenwood versus Glenbar North. Charleston and Hersher. Surprised by this game. Very surprised that Hersher scheduled this game. If Hersher gets that win, that's going to be scary. That's definitely going to be a scary one. Coal City versus Morris. Huge rivalry game. Coal City's looking good this year. So is Morris. Morris is hungry for a state title. Definitely games you got to check out. Sycamore versus DeKalb. Big rivalry game. The DeKalb Barbs. They're looking really good this year. Sycamore too. Definitely going to be interesting. Batavia versus Phillips. Another big time game. Batavia looks good. Phillips, I just don't know about Phillips. We'll see what happens. They lost some key players, and we'll see what happens. The big thing is they're going to be the line play, no doubt about that. St. Lawrence at Moline, the original Deep Dish Football game of the week. That's going to be an interesting game. St. Lawrence needs that win. Moline's, they lost to Alex Bailey, so definitely a game you got to check out as well. Keep a close eye out for Eisenhower. Interesting team too. Andrew Levitt, he's looking really good for this upcoming season. Chicago Hope Academy, Wheaton Young, could be an interesting game. I really like what Chicago Hope Academy's got this year. Deep Dish Football game of the week, Marian Central Catholic takes on Wheaton Academy. I'm excited about this game. I think Marian Central Catholic looks unbelievable this year. So is Wheaton Academy at Belay Brummel. Then you got to check out Fenwick versus OPRF. Another big-time game for Deep Dish Football game of the week, overtime edition, being played at SeatGeek in Bridgeview. Fenwick looks like a youth movement's happening there. OPRF, this could be a very good year for them. Glenbard West takes on Marist. Glenbard West, Batavia, Lincoln Way East are three teams that are looking really hot for a state title. They're on fire. There's going to be a fire lit under their ass. Definitely teams you got to watch out for. Nashville, Carlisle at Nashville. Highland, not Highland Park, but Highland down south. They look good too. Highland looks really good this year. Definitely team. Barrington at Warren Township. Warren Township is hungry for a state title. Coach McNulty wants that title. Barrington, it's going to be a wait and see process. Honestly, it is. Palatine versus St. Charles North. I love St. Charles North, and I love Palatine. Palatine's got that big beast defensive end, Jalen Williams. Solid offensive line. Underrated, very underrated running back at Palatine. But I think what's key is going to be that offensive line of Palatine this season. Benton, we'll see how Benton does. They lost their star quarterback. They lost another star wide receiver. It's going to be interesting as they take on Carterville. And Carterville's got one athlete that's an absolute star. So it's going to be a good game. No doubt about that. Farragut's back, by the way. We shot the Farragut. Simeon takes on, where is it? St. Rita takes on Mount Carmel. That's the big rivalry game. Always the big rivalry game in the state of Illinois. You can't mention IHSA football without St. Rita Mount Carmel game. Definitely going to be a huge game this I think it's Saturday? I think they play, no, Friday. Whatever. Friday. I'm sorry. Friday. I apologize. St. Rita versus Mount Carmel. It's going to be a big game. No doubt about that. Decatur St. Teresa. I was shocked by this. They're playing Effingham. Very shocking, but going to be a great game. Royce Harper is a player you got to watch. So definitely a game you definitely got to check out. No doubt about that. Downers Grove North, Hoffman Estates. Downers Grove North needs that big win. Downers Grove South, Wheaton North. Downers Grove South. This is the time. Last year was the time. They lost some of the key starting games of the season. They won. They were able to get into the playoffs. This is your year. Ryan Dawson, unbelievable. Brandon, they're just that whole team. This could be DGS's year. They could be the Wheaton North of last year. So definitely thing you got to check out. Downers Grove North at Hoffman Estates. Downers Grove North, again, merging beast. Hoffman Estates, Aiden career quarterback is definitely going to be a big time game as you need to know about. Keeping a close eye on Massac County, Galesburg at Dunlap. Keeping a close eye on Galesburg. Geneseo too is another team that I'm very interested. Rock Island looks great again this year as well. Keeping close eye out for Seneca. Seneca takes on Westville. Seneca is going to be a big surprise this year. I really believe Seneca is going to be a big surprise this year. If I'm wrong, I will eat crow. Hillcrest versus Brother Rice. Good game. Brother Rice. They got the line. It's just who are they going to play quarterback? Hillcrest, another interesting team, a youth movement with the Hawks. Definitely a game you got to check out. Hillcrest versus Brother Rice. Lincoln Way East, Crete-Monee. It's a game, but it feels like, how do you say? It feels because of the class size, Lincoln Way East is going to get that game, but Crete-Monee is going to be a team that might be battling for an IHSA state title. Both teams are, but definitely a thing you got to check out. Maine West, another interesting team. Maine South, big team this year. Jackson Kilburg at quarterback, definitely a thing that you got to check out as well. Gibson City is going to be very interesting. They graduate their big time playmaker. It's going to be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what Gibson City does. Merrill Forsyth again is another interesting team. Williamsville is going to be a big team as well this upcoming season. Evergreen Park at Manteno could be interesting. I think a lot of people are counting out Manteno. Don't count out Manteno. Never ever count Manteno. Lincoln High School, the Lincoln Rail Splitters, another team that I like. Hinsdale Central, Naperville Central. Honestly, it's a wait and see process with Naperville Central. Hinsdale Central is a good team, but we gotta see what they do. And they keep disappointing in the playoffs. Hinsdale Central. Any more games? Again, we're looking at IHSA.org. Harvard at Lyle. Lincoln Way Central versus Lincoln Way East. Lincoln Way Central I have as a surprise team. St. Charles East, I think they're not as bad as people think they are. I think that's another game that I'm looking very closely at. Niles Notre Dame at Willowbrook. Niles Notre Dame, again, two twin brothers, pretty good. Willowbrook, Arthur Pilecki, star quarterback for Willowbrook. It's going to be an interesting, I keep saying interesting, a very interesting game. Bennett, we'll see what happens. They played Noblesville in Indiana. O'Fallon takes on Normal Community High School. The O'Fallon Panthers are ready to go to get a state title. They've got the team. The main question with O'Fallon for me is for O'Fallon is their running attack. I think that's going to be huge. Their offensive line is going to they gotta step it up. And I'm also looking too at some of the teams that they play. It's going to be a tough one for O'Fallon this season. Richards, Morgan Park. Morgan Park looks unbelievable. I just talked about them last night on Deep Dish Football Live. That's another game. Marengo, Wilmington, big game. Another big game as well. Highland plays Washington. I think Highland's going to get the better for that game. Metamora, Peoria. Keep an eye out for Peoria. Keep an eye out for Metamora. As always, Mount Zion, another big team, taking on Limestone. Good luck to Limestone this season. Ridgewood takes on Schurz. Glenbrook North takes on Taft. We'll see what happens in that game. If Taft's got anything to prove, they're supposed to have a big season. They got to beat Glenbrook North. That's the big thing. All right. Zion Benton, Zion Benton looks good this season, but it's just a game. Peru St. Bede, another team to look out for. That's an interesting game right there. Maine East versus Addison Trail. That could be a big stepping stone for either team. West Aurora, they look really good this year. They got great depth. They could be another surprise too. Riverside Brookfield versus Morden. Morden is going to be a surprise team. If I'm wrong, I will eat crow. Lake Park versus Conant. Lake Park hired a coach that I believe could be a nominee for Coach of the Year. I think he's going to get the Lake Park Lancers a good shot these coming years at a state title. Oh, I already talked about that. That game is canceled. And that game's canceled too. Not that many games like last year. The games canceled in the first week, so it's good to see. York versus Schaumburg. Of course, I'm going for York. Matt Veza is going to be unbelievable. Hall versus Orion is another game that I'm looking at as well. Newman Central Catholic versus Morrison. Newman Central Catholic looks unbelievable this year. Triad Troy, another team close eye on. Wheaton Warrenville Self, takes on Simeon. That's right, I apologize. And that is about it. Yeah, just woke up, decided to do this as quickly as possible. I don't know why you guys like this article so much. It's pretty weird, but yeah. Yeah, so check it out. And deepdishfootball.com, the full article. I always post some funny stuff too for the article as well. As this is the first article, first week of 2022. Here we go. IHSA football family. Let's get ready for a beautiful season. It's going to be awesome. If you like my work, feel free to leave a tip/donation via PayPal link below. Follow Coach Big Pete and DuPage Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. My email is coachbigpetefp@gmail.com. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. DuPage Run Shoot Show. Be sure to follow the DuPage Run and Shoot Show on Twitter and Facebook as we talk DuPage County football and IHSA football with my co-host, the one, immortal Patrick Codo, who does NC7 TV, community access, Naperville television. He does a wonderful job. He's going to be a great future broadcaster, SIU alum, Naperville Central alum, as we talk DuPage County football and, yes, IHSA football. Let's get ready for a great season. Let's have some fun. I will see you at West Chicago Wheaton Academy Friday night. Thank you guys so much, and have a lovely day.